Now I would like to call my colleagues Aisha, Baidu, Shoruma to continue from where I stopped. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and happy New Year to you all. I am Aisha Chiroma, and I would like to welcome you all once again for coming to this event. Thank you so much for giving us the time. I would like to say about our chief guest, Dr. Nassim Zaidi.
14 democracies, 6 flawed democracy, and 1 is full democracy, that is Mauritius. And 23 are authoritarian regimes in Africa. Now there is another assessment which is undertaken by the Freedom House survey, which is a US-based organization, and they determine the democracy on the basis of protection of civil and political rights. There are 11 countries in Africa which are totally free, and some of these countries are like South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, certain island countries, Ghana and Nigeria. And there is a very interesting distribution of countries over African continent. You see, in West Africa, excepting Ghana, all countries are partly free on the west side. In the south side of Africa, countries like South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, and many island countries are free. But the Central African countries and the Horn countries are sort of authoritarian in their democracy. And the state of this democracy in Africa depends upon people's commitment, presence of good leadership, and prevalence of certain social and national issues such as terrorism, security issues, and crime, which determine the type of democracy that can exist there. Particularly, the democracy was adversely affected due to COVID-19 that took place in the last 3-4 years. In many countries, elections were, and the postponement of elections meant extension in the limit of the ruling party, where this was an exceptional circumstance and we can probably ignore it. So now the question arises, what is wrong with the democracy in Africa? So there is a very interesting study
of their respective country. And as you got an opportunity to learn over here, because in India, you will find a lot of election commissioner, elections and the public dealing and the judiciary, how they roll. This is in fact this as a model, you will say, as no for idea for the world. Here judiciary, the machinery, everything is on the way of improvement with the modernity, with the digital way of improvement the society. However, in case there is something
Yes, if they consider with but if they consider with the system, definitely.
Yes. And from the house of the people, it was present, although there was political instability.
Very good.
The electoral commission is
but we are optimistic. We believe
there
there are some compromise.
where the factors conducting elections to rule Liberal Party, which in majority believe on the mother party of revolution to carry their vision without any hesitation to spread to the poor people and also religions also play important in the elections and so the freedom of worship and humanity status. The center player that solved the multi-hour of citizens to restore the constitution of all the regions within South Sudan territory. And then the ability of the good leader. Yes. To address the challenge facing citizens this regard for the response from either side. From the Macron Bergman observes the characteristics of elections freedom of speech practice in maintaining national security and neglect tenants actors to exclude habit among candidate voters. Strict measure and mandated by electoral commission security force to carry their constitutional mandate like free. Professionals and discipline are kept constant as ethics and ethos on contagion and obtained. Lucrative resources are available to expedite the election process that prevent lack and inadequate demand for timely implementation at level needed by the whole people, regional and international evaluation team. I can probe back on the failure of the elections are determined by frequent eruptions of violence as corruption, nepotism, tribal war, which are undertaken by electoral leaders whom found privilege of dividing people on basis of tribal and classes for their individual benefits. Undermining and manipulating of constitution by just authority expected to implement personal agendas to retain their